Welcome back to lecture series in linear control system. So in today we are starting a new area or new module where we are discussing Bode plot. So Bode plot is basically a frequency domain or frequency response analysis. Wherever S is there, we can put S is equal to j omega. In that, j omega means, suppose s plus 2 is our function, we can substitute s is equal to j omega. So in this, there is two datas are there in this form, j omega plus 2. So it's having phase data and magnitude data, both phase or angle or magnitude. Both things are there inside this representation. So this is the base of Bode plot analysis. We are splitting a function into magnitude and its phase, and we are plotting both these things. So basically, we are having a magnitude plot and a phase plot. So what is magnitude plot? Magnitude plot is magnitude of g of s h of s. Here also we can see, like what we did in root locus diagram, in Bode plot also we are taking open loop transfer function g of s h of s. So what may be the real aim? If you are taking open loop transfer function, then we should be developing something else to make it more good. Like in the last classes of root locus diagram, what we did, we added some pole or some zeros to make some changes. I think you remember those lectures. So those elements are added only by checking the open loop transfer function. Then it is more stabilized or less stabilized. So we can add something else. Such adding is known as development of a controller. So here also we are considering the open loop system, and then we will do something to make it more stable. So magnitude of open loop transfer function versus frequency in omega. Similarly, phase plot is, angle of open loop transfer function g of s h of s versus frequency omega. Next point, what are the needs of this Bode plot? First need is to stabilize the system. I already told you that we will, what we have already did in root locus, we will do the same thing. We will analyze the open loop system and then we will observe about the stability. Then we can develop some controller in order to make it more stable. Like that, we have to observe the present stability and we can improve the stability. And next point, to find the phase margin and gain margin. This may be a new term for you. Phase margin and gain margin may be a new term for you. So we will not discuss it for the time being. We will discuss it later after drawing both the magnitude plot and phase plot, so that you will get a clear idea. The definition will not make any sense. In this module, all of these definitions will not make any sense. You can understand the concept only by doing the problem. So I will discuss these things after making you understood about the procedure to do the plots of magnitude plot and phase plot. Then we will discuss those things. One of the important thing that we need as a prerequisite is concept of decade or octaves. Anyhow, decade is indicates the multiplication by decade means multiplication by 10 is known as decades, and multiplication by 2, a factor of 2 is known as octaves. We will do a small sample problem to understand the concept of decades and octaves. Find number of decades in between frequency omega is equal to 0.1 to omega is equal to 100. So decades and octaves are used in Bode plot to specify these x-axis. In x-axis, both the diagram we are taking frequency. For specifying that frequency, we are using decades. So what is my first question? Find the number of decades in between omega is equal to 0.1 to 0.100. It's very simple. 0.1 to 10. That is equal to 1. 1 to 10. That is equal to 10. 10 to 10. That is equal to 100. So we are performing, what we are performing? We are performing multiplication with 10 in both the cases. So 0.1 now became 100. So how many steps are there? 0.1 to 1, it is 1 decade. And 1 into 10, that is 10. So 1 to 10, it is second decade. And 10 to 100, it is third one. So how many decades are there? 3 decades in between 0.1 to 10. There is one more equation. Log to the base 10 that we have to use because it is decade. So log to the 10 should be used. Of the final value 100 minus log to the base of 10 of the initial value. What is the initial value? 0.1 is the initial value, 0.1. Do in calculator, you will get 2 minus 1, that is equal to 3. So you can check by this method also. This is a mathematical method, this is a conceptual method. Both the methods will give same results. Okay, now let me ask one more question. It's also interesting, like this, similar like this. Okay, let me rub these things. Okay. Now, this is my question. How many octaves are there in between 2 to 8? How many? I am rearranging the question. How many octaves are there in between omega is equal to omega is equal to 2 to 8. So this is the concept of octaves. What is octaves? Octaves is nothing but multiplication by a factor of 2. So first step is omega is equal to 2 and multiplication by 2, that will give 4. Next step is 4 into multiplication with 2, that will give 8. So how many steps are there? First step, second step. So 2 octaves are there. This can be also solved by using last mathematical method. Log to the base 2 should be used of 8 minus log to the base 2 of 2. This will give an answer of 2. But I think this is the good method because no such complicated things will come in this session for finding octaves or decades. Simple sessions like this will come. So you can calculate by your mind itself. No such calculation is needed. So don't use this method. This is the simple method, I think. So now we are moving to procedure for finding magnitude plot, and then we will learn procedure to draw phase plot separately. Okay. So this table represents the standard results or standard notifications that you may have to by heart for doing the problems of Bode plot. So this side represents magnitude plot and this side represents phase plot. What we are actually doing here, we are splitting the S term into magnitude and frequency portions. Sorry, phase portions, phase or angle portions. Actually, what is S? S operator, it is nothing but j omega. S is nothing but j omega. So, this term is actually j omega raised to plus n. Now, let me ask you one thing. What is the significance of, okay, we will go to this in term by term. Initially, this is k. First term is k. Where k is appearing? If in a question, it is like 75 into s by s plus 2. 75 into s by s plus 2. In that, 75 is k. Actually, it is not exactly correct. In Bode plot, for finding this k, you have to make all the components into standard form. Standard form means this is the general form of a pole 1 by s plus 2, but it is not the standard form. What is the standard form of a first order pole? 1 by 1 plus st. This term should become 1. Instead of this s plus 2, it should become 1. What is the method to make this is s plus 1, 1 by s plus 1? What is the method? Please think how you can make it s plus 1. You have to take this 2 outside like this. If you are taking 2 outside, then it is 1 by 2 is there. On the outside of this function, there is 1 by 2. That 1 by 2 will become 0.5. That 0.5 is the k in case of Bode plot. So what is the k in Bode plot? You have to bring all the pole zeros as 1 by s, s square, s cube, all the terms into standard form. Then you will get something outside these brackets. Solve that and that value will give k. In this example, if it is 1 by s plus 2, 1 by s plus 2 is not a standard representation. So that you have to take 2 outside. Then 2 outside in the denominator will give 1 by 2. So that is 0.5 in the numerator. So k is equal to 0.5. Like that, we have to bring all the poles and zeros into standard form. S plus 2, S plus 3, S plus 5, such things will not be permitted. Everything will be in the form of something plus 1. So, in this please check, 2 is taken outside, 2 into 1 plus s by t, s by 2. And we know that in standard format, the coefficient of s is t, time period. So, here in this example, what is t? T is 1 by 2. Coefficient of s, t is 1 by 2. Like that. We have to make all the things into standard form 1 plus st or 1 by 1 plus st form. On the same time, that residue you are taking outside will contribute k. So, in this example, k is equal to 0.5 and t is equal to 1 by 2. This is the method you have to follow while doing Bode plot. Every pole and zero should be rearranged into the standard form. We already learned this first order representation. First order system, please refer the video of first order system and its time domain analysis. In that you can see this. So in Bode plot, first step, you have to rearrange all terms into standard form. Anyhow, that will become more clear while doing problems. Now you have to take k. Anyhow, you will get some k term in the transfer function. K is the first term, and as it is a constant term, it is not having any frequency component in this. So, you will not get corner frequency. Okay. Now, you please don't think what is corner frequency, such things. That will be clearly explained in the next class. For the time being, you by heart these things and make your notes. Then on the next class, it will be very simple for you. So, this is my message. For the time being, you have to believe me. What I am explaining, you have to believe me and you have to learn these things. Then we will go to the plot and then I will explain what is the need of the plot, such things. Okay, so this is not having any corner frequency, no corner frequency, and its magnitude we have to convert to dB. So for converting to dB, we have to multiply with 20 log. So 20 log into magnitude, that will give the magnitude of this term in dB. If it is not in dB, k itself is a constant, no need to take its magnitude. But in order to convert to dB, we have to take 20 log of that k. And as it is a constant term, it will not have any slope. Slope means in the Bode plot, in x-axis you have to take magnitude. In x-axis you have to take, for magnitude plot, in x-axis you have to take frequency and y-axis you have to take magnitude. So whatever frequency may be varying in x-axis, it will not have any change, because like this, frequency may vary but its magnitude is independent of frequency. So its magnitude will be always a constant. Is there any slope for this line? No. So no slope. Don't draw this thing. This is the frequency axis and this is the magnitude axis. So magnitude of k is independent of frequency. So this thing is not having any slope. It is a constant straight line, no slope. Now for this term k, this side is representing phase plot. Phase plot is in x-axis we are taking frequency, whereas in y-axis you are taking phase or angle, or okay. So as it is a constant term, no angle. So I hope this is okay. Now I am coming to differential term, where you can see a practical differential term in a transfer function if it is having s by s plus 2, s by s plus 2, which is the 0. There is a s in the numerator, s is equal to 0. So its zero's value is, there is only one 0, that is s is equal to 0, like this, s is equal to 0. Okay, sorry. Actually, we are not having any space to do the rough works as the board is completed with my table. That's why I am facing a little much difficulty. So please try to understand. S by s plus 2. S is in the numerator and s plus 2 is in the denominator. So s plus 2 means it is a pole, 1 by s plus 2. But s in the numerator, that is this differential term. S in the numerator is a differential term. And s in the denominator is an integral term. If it is s square, then this n is 2. If it is s cube, n is 3. So s square by 1 s plus 2. What is the differential term? S raised to 2, and value of n is 2. So making it standard, I am representing plus n, s raised to plus n. So plus n means it will be always on the numerator. If it is minus n, that means it is on the denominator. That we will come later. The integral time is here. We will see it in the next session. But we know it is also not having a corner frequency. If something if some term is having a corner frequency, it should be in this form. Because here 1 plus st is equal to 0. Suppose here 1 plus st is equal to 0. You can find the value of that t. Like in this case, you can find the value of t. And its inverse will be corner frequency. Frequency is inverse of time period. Everybody knows that. In this example, 1 by s plus 2, I can take 2 outside and I got t is 1 by 2. So its frequency, corner frequency will be 1 by time period, inverse of time period, that will be 2. Or in other words, in the standard form, before reaching the standard form, we are having a conventional form. In that conventional form, there is a s plus something. That something represents corner frequency. This all you have to, what to say? You have to work with your own mind. You have to analyze your own mind. S plus 2. You can simply say 2 represent frequency, because in standard form, if you are taking t2 outside, you will get t as the coefficient of s. So it will be 1 by 2. So inverse of that t itself will represent corner frequency. So in the previous step, we can say 2 is the corner frequency. But if you are not that much expert, you have to take 1 by s plus 2, then you have to take out t outside, then you have to take 2 outside, then you have to find t, then take inverse of t, that will give you frequency. That is also right, okay. But for consuming time, from 1 by s plus 2 itself I can say 2 is frequency, corner frequency, and t is 1 by of that frequency. That is also possible. So these things you have to write in your notebook very well and keep your base strong, what is frequency and what is t from the standard representation. Anyhow, for s term, there is no such t term. If you are equating that, you will get s is equal to 0. You can't find a t from that. You can find corner frequency only from first order term, 1 plus st, 2 plus s, 5 plus s. In that sense, you can find corner frequency. If the term is simply s, you can't find corner frequency. Okay. So corner frequency will be absent for this term, and its magnitude plus n. If it is s square, it is plus 2. If it is s cube, it is plus 3 into the same thing, 20 log of that omega. And what is the omega? That you have to substitute while drawing Bode plot. In x-axis, if it is 1, you have to substitute 1. If it is 1, you will get 0 dB. If it is 10, you will get plus n into 20 dB. Okay. Okay. So magnitude always represent 20 log of something. If it is a term other than constant, we have to take its omega component. As it is simply s, you have to put s is equal to j omega. So the omega term inside that s is simply omega. Replace j because you are talking about magnitude. What I want to say, s is nothing but j omega raised to plus n. In that, omega represent magnitude and j represent phase. That's why inside the 20 logs bracket, you have to take this omega. And omega 1, you will get this, omega 10, you will get this, you can check. On the other side, slope. From this term onwards, we can think about slope. Because each S term will contribute 20 dB slope. Please by heart for the time being. Per decade. Decade means while we are moving in x-axis from 1 to 10, it is a decade. From 1 to 10, it is a decade. It will be having a slope of 20 dB. This may be slope of 20 dB. Suppose this value is 40 dB. What may be this value? Please think about it. 1 to 10 is 1. 1 to 10, that means 1 decade. So per decade, a S term will contribute 20 dB slope. So if this is 40 dB, on this point it will have, sorry, I made a mistake. This is plus slope now. Slope is plus. That means it has to go like this. Now it is okay. So this point, suppose this point is 20, then 1 to 10 is 1 decade, and this slope is again 20 dB per decade. Now it will be 20 plus 20, 40. If I am taking 100 here, with again same slope, it will give, at 100 it will be 40 plus 20, 60. This is the meaning of slope. This will be more clear while you are doing our problems. Okay. Now for this term s raised to plus n, its angle is, s is nothing but j omega raised to n. J term means 90 degree. Okay. Minus j means minus 90 degree. Or 1 by j means minus 90 degree. plus j means plus 90 degree. So it will give angle n into 90 degree. Why I have to take n? If it is s square, it is 2 into 90. If it is s cube, it is 3 into 90, like that. So I am drawing something extra on the columns, but for by hearting you don't do these things. You have to keep the original table initially. You have to draw the original table initially in your notebook. Now this is the third term, integral term. It is nothing but if it is s in the numerator, this is s in the denominator. So 1 by s, for example 1 by s into s plus 2. That s plus 2 is a real pole. It's not a simple pole, it's a real pole, and 1 by s is a integral term. So you will get two poles there, s is equal to 0 and s is equal to minus 2. Anyhow, that s term in the denominator is known as integral term. So as it is in denominator, we can write it as s raised to minus 1. Everything will be same. Wherever you are seeing plus in the top side will become minus in this column. So it also will not have any corner frequency because s is standing alone. Nothing is there like s plus 2, s plus 5. In such term you will get corner frequency. And its magnitude 20 log omega, but as it is negative n, you have to take minus n into 20 log omega. If omega n is equal to, you will get 0 dB. If omega is equal to 10, you will get minus n into 20 dB, like that. Now, okay. Now what is the slope? If in this case it is positive slope, here it will be negative slope because integration, denominator. So if it is plus n into 20 dB, it will become minus n into 20 dB by decade. And similarly, s raised to minus 1 is a term, its angle as it is in denominator, we can put j omega raised to minus n or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like that. Anyhow, this j inverse we have to take negative angle, minus n into 90 degree. Okay. Now again we are coming to poles. Once again I am making it clear for you. This is the standard representation of a pole. If it is 0, this will be 1 plus st. If it is pole, it is 1 by 1 plus st. 2 is taken outside and this will become 1 plus s by 2. We know standard form is 1 plus st. So t is equal to 1 by 2. After that, if t is equal to 1 by 2, corner frequency will be its inverse. So corner frequency will be 1 by t, that is 2. So directly from this unstandard form we can find corner frequency. And also for drawing phase plot, then also I recommend you to keep the things in unstandard form. That will be easy. So initially you will make everything into standard form, but for considering it to phase plot, it is better to keep the pole in the unstandard form. Okay. So a pole, suppose it is 1 plus st, like this example. It may be 1 plus s2 initially, but after standardizing you will get 1 by 2 into 1 plus s by 2, where t is equal to 1 by 2, and corner frequency is 1 by that time period 2. So generally corner frequency will be 1 by time period t, and its slope is its magnitude will be same as the previous case, as it is plus n, 1 by s plus 2 raised to 2 raised to 3. You have to take that initially. As it is in denominator, n is come to the, while taking into the numerator we have to write minus n. So this is the standard representation, 1 plus st raised to minus n. So minus n into 20 log of its magnitude. This is the magnitude. Why this is the magnitude? Put s is equal to j omega. Now it will become 1 plus j omega t. What is the magnitude of 1 plus j omega t? J omega t is a imaginary thing. So it have both real part 1 and imaginary part omega t. So its magnitude will be square root of real part plus imaginary part, like 1 by s plus 2. If you are putting, no need to go like that. It is really simple. For this s, you have to put s is equal to j omega. Now you will get 1 plus j omega t. This is 1 is real part and omega t is imaginary part. So its magnitude will be square root of real part square plus imaginary part square, 1 square plus omega square t square. So this is the thing. And for slope, again this is a first order term. For all first order term, it will contribute only 20 degree. If it is in the numerator, like s raised to plus n, it will contribute plus 20. If it is in the denominator, like s raised to minus n, it will contribute minus 20. Here the s term is in the denominator, so it will contribute minus 20. And if you are having some n, you have to write minus n into 20 dB. Suppose it is 1 by s plus 2 square, you have to take minus 2 into 20 dB per decade. And its concept of the slope will be same as this. You have to draw like this only. And for finding phase plot, I suggest you to keep the things in unstandard form, so that this corner frequency can be easily founded. Suppose this is 1 by s plus 2. Its angle equation is simple, tan inverse omega by 2. If it is in this form, standard form, then also that can be determined, but it is very easily by common inspection itself. So it's your choice. You can keep it in this form or this form. Here 1 by s plus 2. So corner frequency will be 2. And the angle equation will be tan inverse of omega by 2, like that. Here the 2 is taken as a constant c, and we are taking c outside to make it standard form. So this is standard form. This is not a standard form. This is standard form. This is common form. But common form is more good for finding angle equation. Now if it is a 0, it will come in the numerator, like 1 plus 2s raised to n, or s plus 5 raised to n. S plus 5 is common form. If you are taking 5 outside, it will become standard form. Here also corner frequency is 1 by t. But in the above equation, if it is minus n, you have to make it plus n, because this term in the numerator, so that this is plus n. So plus n into 20 log root of same thing. Put s is equal to j omega. This will also become 1 plus j omega t. So its magnitude will be square root of 1 plus omega square t square. And the slope, if it is minus, as the term is in the denominator, but here the term is in the numerator, it is a 0. So you have to take plus n. 20 will be the angle here also, 20 dB per decade. And like here, s plus c is the term with common form in the numerator, then you have to take plus here. If it is in the denominator, you have to take minus here. Remaining things are same, tan inverse omega by c. Omega you have to put while drawing the equation, omega 1, omega 2, omega 3. To plot that thing, you have to vary this omega. So this is the basic thing you have to learn for drawing the plot, phase plot and magnitude plot. Then you can draw border plot very easily. I know you may have many doubts regarding this, but all of these doubts will be cleared while solving the problem. So initially you have to by heart these things. That is the one and only way to do it yearly. Otherwise you will take a large time, or it will be a tedious process to draw border plot. So you have to learn these things. Okay, we'll see in the next class. We'll do some problems regarding this in the next class. Thank you.